Yo, what's up, family? It's your boy Ray with another vlog of the day. Well, honestly, I guess it's part two of story time from the first video. I ran out of storage. I knew it. I was looking at the timer and it said something about 16 minutes or something. And it was kind of hitting that timer and I'm like, oh man, I think it's about to run out. But I had to keep going, I had to keep talking. And I apologize for all the pauses that I had in the previous video. That's probably why the video was so much longer than it's supposed to be. But it was supposed to be like a funny, cool, crazy story that I had when I got bit by a dog back when I was a kid. If you guys are watching this video and you guys haven't seen or heard the previous story and the previous video, go ahead and check it out. It's pretty crazy and wild. For those of you that have clicked this video because you guys saw the first video, this is part two of the story. After I basically fell off the gate, when my hands let go and I fell down, the dog has me clenched already. He has me on my right thigh. I still have the scars, by the way, on my right thigh. His jaws were just in my skin. I was freaking out. You guys already know. You guys already have the idea of what the heck is happening. And I'm just a kid, man, and I'm over here getting clenched down by a dog. Now, I know none of y'all may believe this, but even though I was a kid, I wasn't really crying. I was just more terrified. I was freaking out. Honestly, the only thing that was running in my head was, yo, what am I gonna tell my mom? Yo, crazy. Again, guys, this is my daily vlog. I want to vlog once a day, raw, uncut. As soon as I hit play or record, go ahead, it's just talk. And then as soon as I pause the video, I drop it on YouTube. So with that being said, if you guys want to subscribe and help me out, that'd be awesome. I really appreciate it because I'm gonna post a lot of like motivational lifestyle vlogging story kind of videos. And it'd be a lot of fun to kind of see how the channel can grow and get my my speech skills better. But anyways, again, I'm doing the same thing. My bad. I know. I keep trailing off. That's that ADHD. Apologize, guys. Now back to the story. I'm clenched, right? I'm on the floor. Yo, tell me how all my friends that were all chilling there, standing there, they all booked it, ran, just disappeared. You know, like in the cartoons where you see the dust behind and and they're gone. Yeah, gone. Nowhere in sight. And I'm over here in the corner by the gate. There's like two gates. There's the one behind me and there's the one that I was supposed to climb. The one that I climbed is those kind of gates where it's like metal rods and they have like kind of like different designs of metal rods. So that's how I was able to kind of climb it easily over. And like I couldn't climb it back so quickly because on top of the gate there's like these like hooks that go down, which obviously it's meant for people not to like climb over. So that's why it just kind of took me a while for me to kind of just like try to get up there as fast as I could rather than the other way around. And now behind me, I have those kind of gates, the crisscross gates, the metal wire kind of gates where I'm just like leaning against. This dog is holding my thigh, just holding my thigh. Yo, I'm over here like, yo, my God, this is crazy. And honestly, I'm not going to lie, I didn't really feel pain. I felt panic. The other P, I felt panic instead of pain. And this dog is just holding me down, and I could see his eye. It's a pit bull, so I could see his eye just like just looking straight into my eyes, and I'm over here looking at his eyes, and he's looking straight at me. And every time I moved or kind of wiggled a little bit, or just kind of just like positioned myself to try to get up, he would hold his mouth tighter and tighter and just look at me and growl too. That growl was oh man, I can't even fathom, I can't even explain the feeling that I had in that moment. And I'm over here just like wondering, yo, how am I gonna get out of this? What do I do? Have any of you guys been in that position before? Just kind of, what do? You're being held down by a dog, you're frightened. Only thing crossing your mind is just the thoughts of, is this gonna be my last day? How am I gonna tell my mom? Is my mom gonna be upset? You know, what's gonna happen and stuff like that. And oh man, I need to get a camera holder, because this whole like trying to put it on my steering wheel and the steering wheel falling, the phone falling from the steering wheel, it's just it's not working for me. So now I want to hold it and kind of just, but I also want to move my hands and, you know, just to kind of tell the story. But I guess I'm gonna hold it for now until I get like a phone holder for the car, you know, just to kind of step up my vlogging game. But anyways, back to the story. Yo, out of nowhere, I'm looking to the right because I realized, hey, what happened to that superintendent? He just released the dog at me. So I look to the right and I see that he's coming out. I guess he went back in for something, and he's coming back out, and he comes up to me and the dog, and he kind of just holds the dog's neck, or the collar, and he pulls the dog off, and I start screaming, "Oh, whoa, yo!" Because the dog is just pulling at me. And then he gives the dog just 2 whacks, pop, pop, on the back, and the dog lets go finally. And I'm finally free. I'm over here freaking out. I look at my leg, my pants are ripped. There's like blood everywhere, and I'm still freaking out. I'm looking at the dude, I'm looking at the dog, and the guy looks straight into my eyes, and he's like, "Go, leave now." And I'm just like, yeah, okay, cool, I'm out. And I just climbed that gate. When he didn't even open the gate for me. He just said, "Go," grabbed the dog, and he turned around and walked away. What? Like, at that time, I didn't think nothing of it. But as I'm older and as I tell the story, I'm kind of over here wondering, like, what? Like, dude, you just let a dog go on a kid. Now, granted, I always tell this to people. It is true. I did look sometimes like an older kid. There, you know, I was one of those kids that had a growth spurt, and I did look older than what I was. But still, man, you don't just let a dog go on a kid, bro. I was half his size. He could have just come at me and just scared me, like, "Hey, don't do that," you know? Like, come on, just to let a dog go, bro? That's crazy. Anyways, he grabs his hose, grabs the dog, walks away. You know, I'm climbing up, get over the gate with the leg bleeding, and my pants ripped. My pants are done, cooked. I go up to the window, like I said, remember in my previous video, I go up to the window, and my mom's, she's cooking. I remember this clearly, bro. She's holding my little sister on her arms, right? And my other little sister is in a stroller next to her, obviously, because, you know, they couldn't be away from her because they'll be crying and stuff. And she's cooking in the kitchen, and I see her in the kitchen window. I'm just like, "Ma." You know that ma called when you knew something went bad, or you're about to get in trouble, or you're about to get whooped, or you don't know how to explain what just happened. You know that ma. You don't even want to say ma, but you have to get her attention. And I go, "Mommy, ma." And she looks over. Oh my God, man. Mom, I love you so much. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I caused you, for all the stress, all the embarrassment, and all the panic that I've caused you because of my childhood. But I don't know how you dealt with me, and I appreciate you so much, Mom. I love you so much. But yo, she turns around, and then she like looks back again, and then looks, and then she's like, you know, because she speaks Spanish, so she's like, "My son, oh my God, my son, ay Dios mío, oh no, what happened?" And I'm just like, I got bit by a dog." And she's like, "What? How do you just get bit by a dog? What?" And okay, picture this. Mama, she's all sweaty because she's cooking in this heat, summer heat. The AC's like messed up, so it barely blows air. And on top of that, the AC is in the living room, you know, because just in case we have guests and stuff like that. It's in the living room. So she's in the kitchen in a whole nother room where it's already hot in there because she's cooking up. She's sweating because she's holding my sister on the other arm, and then she's making sure my other sister's not crying, and she looks to the side and she sees her son, her eldest kid's son, just bleeding from one leg, saying that he just got bit by a dog. Like, just picture yourself in that moment, in her mind right now. I would flip out. I would freak out. I would throw the spoon just out the window that she was using to cook the rice with. Like, oh, yo, she was flipping out. So she's like, stay right there. I'll be downstairs. She got ready, got the girls, came downstairs. Of course, on her way downstairs, she was already calling 911. And as she called 911, you know, she let them know what happened. And she comes up to me, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You know, I'm already tearing up. And I'm not crying from the pain. Like, I still don't feel the pain right now. It's such an adrenaline rush is real. It's crazy. I know you probably felt a moment where you got hit by something, or you fell, or something happened to you, you know, like rollerblading, skateboarding, whatever, and you got hit really hard, but you get up super quick and you kind of like shake it off a little bit, right? But then probably a couple days later, you realize, like, oh, you feel like this pain, like on your back, on your legs, or whatever, right? But adrenaline rush is crazy real. So I'm over here crying not because of the bite, but because I don't want my mom to whoop me. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want my video games to get taken away, because you know how moms are. That's their number one thing. They go ahead and take away your video game. Listen, I'm pleading to her, please, por favor, mommy, please don't, you know, I'm so sorry. It was crazy. It was I didn't even want to explain what happened. So I'm over here stuttering, and she's like, no, relax, just sit right over there. I sat by the curb. Ambulance showed up. Cops showed up, because of course, you know, a kid, you know, getting bit by a dog, they want to find out what happened. Was this bad intent? Was there a fight? You know, is there anybody involved with this? So, I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, you know, don't get the cops involved. No, because as a kid growing up in New York City, you kind of be told that not that cops are not good, but that, you know, if you did something bad and you're around bad people, you're gonna go to jail too, you know, or you're gonna get in trouble also. And I really didn't want to get in trouble. I was so scared. I was like, I don't want to go to jail. I'm gonna be in trouble. And when the cops showed up, like, I wasn't even like crying. I just kind of just stay, you know, all focused. And they came in and asked me questions, and they were like, what happened? And I explained to them. I said, listen, please, I don't want to get in trouble. I just wanted to get the hose to wet my friends and myself. It was a hot day. We were thirsty. So I climbed the gate, and I went to grab the hose, and I went to go spray my friends. And they were like, okay, but the dog, can you tell us about the dog? What happened? Well, how did you end up in this position right now? So I let them know the truth. I said, listen, he came out, he let the dog go, and the dog ran at me, and he bit me in my leg. And that's when everyone paused. The paramedic, the cop, my mom, everyone was like, what? You know, everybody turned around. Yo, I could hear the paramedic. He went to go grab some stuff from the ambulance, and he just popped his head out. He's like, what? And I was like, what happened? You know, I'm over here nervous, a little kid. And they're like, yeah, that's not right. And I'm just like, what do you mean? Can you say that one more time? Yeah, he let the dog go. He unchained the dog from the chain, and the dog ran at me, and it bit me. And he grabbed the dog back, and they went back into the house. And that's when everybody freaked out. The cops were like, no way, what? And they just went in there and pulled the guy out, dragging him. And I saw him getting dragged, and he was cursing at me, cursing at the dog, cursing at everybody. And yeah, and he got arrested. The dude got arrested, bro. And I was just like, what happened? Oh my God, did I get somebody in trouble now? And I'm looking at them, you know, and they like kind of wondering, you know, what's going to happen to me. The ambulance guy said, yo, come on, you got to get in the ambulance. Let's go. And I said, what about the dog? And they're like, oh, don't worry. And at the last second, I saw them pulling out the dog, and the dog was just shaking, rah, 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 rah. And I remember my mom talking to the officer, and then she came and talked to me, and she said, yeah, they're going to have to put the dog down because the dog, you know, bit a human, and, you know, that could be rabies. It could be things like that. And now they're going to take me to the hospital just in case I have rabies. So they took me to the hospital, and that's a whole nother crazy story. I'm not really going to get into it today. I'm just going to end the video now. But I just want to wrap it up with, when I got to the hospital, they gave me 16 shots. 16 to 17 shots. I remember them doing shots after shots. My stomach, my back. I don't even remember where they did the shots at, but it was so many that by the 7th, 8th shot, I like stopped crying. I started to feel the pain when I got to the hospital. So once I started feeling that pain, then I realized, yo, I just got bit by a dog. And, you know, I started kind of tearing up like, oh man, this actually hurts. But with the shots, how they kept doing the shots, that hurt the worst. But again, I'm not going to get further into that story. I did survive, as you can see today. I do still have the scar to show everybody on my upper thigh. And that was a crazy story. Now, thinking back onto that story, how I was terrified, afraid, how I was being held down, you can kind of relate to that, to a lot of things that you're doing nowadays. Whether you're doing something brand new or something you've always been doing and you're trying to level up, maybe in your career, maybe you're trying to do YouTube, maybe you're trying to be, you know, a content creator, and you feel like you're being held down, like that dog just, you know, biting me. How it's, you know, your life, troubles, issues, bills, family, kids, sickness, you know, all these things are just holding you down. You feel like you're scared. Don't be scared. Just don't worry. As long as you're breathing, right? As long as you have your mind, your thoughts, and everything that you can work with to keep going, don't worry. It's gonna pass. Whatever you're going through right now, whatever's holding you down, don't worry. That time will pass, and you'll be looking back and say, wow, I can't believe I survived that. Just like how I look back and I'm like, yo, I can't believe I survived that dog biting me. You're gonna survive what you're going through, what you're working on right now. It's gonna get better, I promise. And whatever's holding you down, I'll send positive vibes so that way you're not being held down anymore. You got this, all right? So just keep going to what you're dreaming about, what you're chasing, your goals. Keep killing it. Keep doing it. You're doing amazing. Now I'm going to keep going as well. So let's do this together, all right? If you enjoyed this, go ahead and stay in the channel, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Any crazy experience you've had before in the past, I would love to read about it. That'd be dope. For now, you guys have a wonderful day. I got to get back to work. I'm on my lunch break. Take care, all right? Positive vibes. Stay cool. Stay true. Be you, guys. Peace.